Okay, potential energy is basically the energy that comes from having something in a particular position. For example, a bow, when it's pulled backward, has potential energy. We more commonly talk about things that are off the ground having potential energy. This is gravitational potential energy. You may not think of a rock, for example, just sitting there or being held by somebody as having potential energy. But if you knew that rock could come crashing down on you, you would know that it has the potential to do great harm with that energy. The equation for potential energy is equal to mass times gravity times height. A quick note about this height off the ground. We can define the ground kind of wherever we want. As long as we don't change it partway through the problem, our math will work out. In lots and lots of problems, we're dealing, especially in the beginning of this section, we're dealing with one object that's moving from one position to another. Because we're dealing with one object, the mass doesn't often change. The acceleration due to gravity, of course, on Earth is not going to change. So it's really the height that's determining the potential energy. So when you're in a place with a really low height off the ground, so something very close to the ground, you have very little potential energy. If you are very far off the ground, you have really high potential energy. So objects that start up high and fall down low are losing potential energy. Objects that start low and go high are gaining potential energy. Objects that stay along flat surfaces, like a car going along a very level highway, that would have no change in its potential energy. So its potential energy would stay the same.